What's going on, guys? This is Nate from the Scrub Academy welcoming you to another live duel here on the channel. Today we're sitting here in Lincoln, Nebraska, Hobby Town. We're doing a feature match today between Ben and Ethan. We've got Adventure P.U.N.K versus Infernoid. It always seems like Ethan is sneaking his way into these feature matches. We're gonna have to see what we can do, see what he can do, because I know last week he did end up losing to Noah. This week he's taking on Ben. It's Infernoid versus Adventure P.U.N.K. We are doing something a little bit different now. I am still doing the self-commentating, or the commentating over the live audio. Hopefully that's okay. You guys gotta let me know in the comment section below what you think of that, and whether or not you want to see just the live audio, or you want to actually hear me talking. But let's go ahead, we're going to jump into today's duel, and we're going to see what can happen here. We're going to start off with the E-Telly from Ben. So he's playing Adventure P.U.N.K, so he's going to be able to special all those psychics from his deck. We got ourselves a summon of the YuGiOh. So YuGiOh, all these effects for the P.U.N.Ks, they get to pay the 600 to do their effects. And it's good until you get to times. We're going to see if that comes into problematic effect or not. So let's see what he's going to do next here. He's going to activate that Foxy Tune effect. Now Foxy Tune can discard itself, and another card, doesn't matter what it is, just a card to the grave. The special summon, he's going to special summon that Deer Note. Now Deer Note has an effect Engrave, so we're going to see if that comes into effect at all here. No. I could. Alright, so we are going to see a Synchro Summon here. He's going to Synchro into the Chaos Ruler. Now Deer Note's effect is also going to activate as well, special summoning back that YuGiOh, and then the Chaos Ruler is going to mill 5. So let's see what he hits here. 2 Ash Blossom, that's not good. The Destrudo, that's pretty good. Foolish Burial, that is not good. So he's got, or I guess it's not really milling, he has to choose one. So let's see what he adds here. But the fact that he's going to lose the Ash is not good. He'll want the Destrudo engraved though. So we know he's not going to choose that for sure. He's going to choose the Rocks Rose, looks like. Everything else will go to the grave. So he's got 2 Ash engraved now. So that is information for Ethan. We're going to see a normal summon of that Rocks Rose. Rocks Rose is going to activate its effect, adding the Basil Rose Shoot from deck to hand. But that's definitely information that Ethan wants to keep in the back of his head, that there are already 2 Ash engraved. That way he can know that his Decatron effects when he dumps things to the grave hopefully will go through. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what's going to be happening next here. Looks like we're going to see a second Synchro Summon here with that YuGiOh and the Rocks Rose. Oh no, sorry. He was linking into the Hulk. Linking into the Hulk. Alrighty, so when he links into that Hulk, Hulk's effect is going to activate to special summon a tuner from the deck. I'm trying to remember what other tuners he has. Definitely the entire Rose package. You know, he can use all those. I'm not sure what all he plays, but I do know he plays the Rose package, the Red Rose package. All just depends on what he's going to go into here. A lot of people nowadays are playing the Hulk play with the Dagda into the Scythe, the Poppet with the Wonder Magician. But Infernoids, I feel like they don't really play that much extra deck. Like you can see like the Chaos Rule, you can see like the Omega, you can see the Tiara if they're doing the Void Imagination play, but that's really it. So stopping them for one turn there isn't too judgmental to them, because they have the Anunku and they have the Deviati and all of that. Okay, so we are going to see a summon of the Effect Failure here off that Hulk. See what he's going to do next. He's going to Synchro Summon using the Chaos Rule and the Effect Failure into the Hot Red. So the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, it looks like. Some of these cards have super long names, it's kind of hard to tell, or to even say them. Alright. And we know that he has a Bezero shoot in hand, so we can summon back that Rock Shows if he wants. Let's see what else he's got going on here. I feel like most decks nowadays you really need to put up at least 2 to 3 negates to even make it work. Oh, it looks like we're going to see a special summon of the Magician Souls from hand. That's interesting. Didn't even realize he was playing that package. That'll dump the Illusion of Chaos, a special summon itself from the hand. So you could go into a link 3 here, possibly a link 4 if you really wanted to. We're going to see that Bezero should come out. There it is. Special summoning that Rock Rose back. He's going to go into the Dagda, so we are going to see that Scythe play here. Which, honestly, I don't think that it really benefits him too much, and I think he knows that Ethan plays Infernoids, because Ethan always plays Infernoids. There's no way that he's not playing Infernoids. So, I feel like the Scythe isn't a good move here, but maybe it's one of the combo plays that he has available, so that's why he's going into it. On Ethan's turn here, we're going to see an activation of the Pawn of Extravagance. He's going to chain the health, chaining the Dagda to that. So a Dagda, as long as it goes through, will set that Scythe, and then Pop will special summon a Synchro. We already know which one it's going to be.
Yeah, 6 off the top.
Banish those 6 for cost. And then we'll say that it goes through, I'm guessing, unless he has an Ash. Alrighty. So we're gonna see that Dagda set, or sorry, the Scythe set off the Dagda, there we go. And then the special of a Synchro Tuner. There it is, TG Wonder Magician. Wonder Magician will pop that Scythe after the draw on the new chain. That'll stop him from doing any head synchro summoning on his turn. Oh, we are going to see a chain of the Gamma though. So Gamma is going to negate that TG Wonder Magician from popping the Scythe, stopping him from locking him out of the extra deck for the turn, which is really good for him, especially if he's planning on doing some stuff, which now he can because he has that Gamma and the driver that are going to be going into like a synchro of 8. So that is actually really good for him. So we'll see the special summon of that Gamma there. He'll dig through his deck trying to find that driver real quick. I'm wondering if he drew that off of the draw from that Extravagance. Because if he did, that's a really clutch draw. So he's got... He has a dead Scythe now that he can't pop, and he has like Hot Red for a negate. That's about it. Which isn't good, in my opinion. So we'll have to see if we can get out of this. This depends on if Ethan can get over that Hot Red Dragon Archfiend with this. We're going to see a normal summon of the Decatron. So no special summon this time of the Decatron, just a normal summon. His effect will be attempted to be negated by the Hot Red. No dumping for that Decatron there. But the fact that he was just normal summoning it means he's going to have something. There's the Droplets play. Discarding the Deviati, it looks like. So that will negate the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss from activating its effect, which means Decatron will go through being able to dump 1. See what he dumps here. Looks like he's dumping a second copy of the Deviati. Okay.
It's a monster engage advantage.
So can he get over? Well, I guess the Hard Dragon Archie's effect, or its attack is half now. I forgot about that. Okay. So that'll make it easier to get over. Alright, looks like we're going to see a Synchro Summon of the Chaos Ruler up into the extra deck monster zone. he'll go ahead and reveal the top 5. He'll get to choose one from his one to go to his hand if he can, light or dark. Doesn't look like he's gonna get any of them though. So they all go to grave. So helps deck thin though. We're gonna see an activation of the reasoning, and you always are gonna call on one against Infernoid. You gotta hit that Decatron. Let's see if we can get to it.
Watch it. Watch it be on the top. Oh. Does it?
Look at all those going to the grave. Wow. And he does hit the Decatron. But now he's dumped a whole lot into the grave he can use to banish to bring back his Infernoids, which is the play there. That's what you want in the first place, is to be able to get those into the grave so you can banish to bring out others. You're going to see an activation of the Snow Engrave. He'll banish 7 for cost. And he's going to chain the Decatron, attributing itself to banish the snow. Now, Snow's effect is a quick effect. He can chain 2 that if he wants to, banish an additional 7, but that loses like all of his grave. Is he going to do it? Looks like he's trying to see if he wants to banish. It could be very costly if he's losing all of that, especially if he's trying to get some graveyard reoccurrence later on in the game. Looks like he is just going to say no to that and let that snow get banished. Unfortunate, but it got the Decatron off the field. Alright, we're seeing that Chaos Ruler go away into the Gravity Controller. Now he was able to do that because the Chaos Ruler was in the extra deck monster zone. So that's pretty good.
So I think I can do it, but I don't know how.
We're going to see Banish 2 here, double Decatron it looks like. Bringing out the Sightsamus. Now I think he has enough attack with that Sightsamus to be able to push through the hot red. So you're going to see the activation of Sightsamus here, tributing the Gravity Controller. Gonna get rid of that Destrudo from grave before he can even think about using it during his next turn, which is a pretty good play on his part. Making sure that it's gone and he can't pay any life points, as his life points get lower, to bring that out from the graveyard. We're gonna see, was that double Deviati getting banished? One Deviati and a... give me a second here, okay, the Anunku. To bring out a second Sightsamus, it looks like. He does have one set though. What could it be?
Activate Chaos Ruler.
We're gonna see a banish of a light and dark here, the Gravity Controller and the Gamma, to bring back out the Chaos Ruler from grave. So he's getting all that power in the grave. I think he might be going for game here. We're gonna see exactly what he can do. He's going to be attacking here, because I think he can push over the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss now.
This is so bad.
Not entirely sure what the attack is on it right now because it's halved, but I'm pretty sure he can attack over it. And Dagda especially. Okay, looks like he's going to link 3 here. Okay. Into the Crusadia Equimax. Ooh, the Dark Necrofear, I believe, is what that one is. So that's gonna shuffle 3 Fiends back into the deck to special summon it. Helps them reoccur those later on, get those back in the deck so we can reuse their effects later on.
It's not $40 now, and it's actually a better price.
We're gonna see a link again here. He could have actually gained the attack off the Necrofear into the Equimax, but he's just gonna go straight into the access code here. He'll gain 3 up to 5,300. Now we can banish off the access code to pop that hot red, get that out of there. Does he have another one that he can banish? He is banishing stuff here. I'm not sure what he's going for. I don't see any other links in the graveyard though, so he can't banish again for the access code talker, unfortunately for him. So Atindol, Deviati. So he's banishing 3 here. 2, 3, 2, 3. There's the third. An Uncle Atindol, I think, and then Deviati to bring back the Deviati? Or is that one of the two? He banished one of the two to bring back the Deviati. Alright, battle phase, here we go. He's going to attack over that Dag Duck for 1400 damage. And then the access code is going to smack Ben in the face for 5300, bringing him all the way down to 1300. Which is good and bad because he can only pay 2 times the 600 for the punk effects now. So that kind of puts him on a timer when it comes to actually activating the effects of his cards. And he does have the 1 negate now. He's got the negate plus the access code. So we'll have to see if he can get around that. Alright, Chaos Ruler's effect is going to activate, banishing a Light and Dark to special it back. So just like Ethan did, Ben's going to do the exact same thing, bringing back that Chaos Ruler. Now it does get banished when it leaves the field, so we have to keep that in mind. We're going to see a normal summon of the Red Rose. Synchroning into the Psychic and Punisher. Now, if you don't know what the Psychic and Punisher is, because his life points is lower than Ethan's, he's actually unaffected by all of Ethan's cards' effects. So he can't get popped, he can't get negated, like anything like that. Like he can kind of do whatever he wants with it. And when he goes into battle phase, he can activate the effect to gain attack equal to the difference of their life points, which is a lot right now. So that is going to be crazy because I think that is what. 8,000, that's 6,700 difference right there. He's going to be adding onto his already 3,500 attack. And nobody has fixed my field center yet. It's pretty surprising. Okay, so the Chaos Road does get banished, like I said before, it gets banished when it leaves the field. And he has, looks like Ethan has 1 card in hand. That is not a set card, it is in his hand. I'm not sure how many more cards Ben has in hand to do things with. Like I said, he is on a timer with only 1,300 attack. They could pay even more, who knows? Alright, looks like he's going to be going into his battle phase here. Activating the effect of the Psychic Punisher, so he's going to gain that 6,700 attack. So let me pull up a calculator real quick. Up to 10,200 attack, which is an insane amount. Can definitely get over anything. And he is unaffected by card effects, so even if he activates the effect of the Deviati, attributing it to negate, he's going to attribute it though, just so it gets out the field so he can't do even more damage, because that's going to be almost close to game there if he attacked into the Deviati. He is just going to go ahead and swing over the access code though, so access code is 53 to the 10,200. That is 4,900 at damage right there, bringing Ethan down to 3,100. Oh, and he does get to keep that attack permanent there. That is pretty good. I'm trying to see what he has in his hand here. We're going to see an activation of the Pot of Extra up here. But he has used a lot of his extra deck, so let's see. He can only banish 3, so he's only going to be able to draw 1 here. So it all depends on what this magical draw is. 2 cards left in the extra. that Psychic and Punisher is still unaffected because he still has lower attack, or lower life points than Ethan does. We're gonna see a set 1 pass here. That better be a magical set, sir. In a battle phase here, we're gonna try and attack for lethal damage here. So we'll gain even more attack. Looks like he's gaining 1900. So that's 11,000, 12,100, I think, if my math is correct. So no matter what, you're losing here. Activating the feast, the void feast here, discarding.
Up to 3 Infernoids ignoring their summoning condition.
And there's the Ash to stop the feast, and that is going to be game 1 right there. Pretty interesting game, being able to come back all the way from all that damage, but it was a good game nonetheless. So let's go ahead, we're going to get sighted up here, and then we will jump into game 2. So stay tuned. Alrighty, before we jump into today's game 2 of the feature match, just wanted to let you guys know that we did announce our giveaway winner for July, so make sure to check out that video. And we are going to be trying to get to 2,000 subscribers prior to doing our second giveaway, so hopefully we can get that going soon. I think we're at just over 1,500 right now. So if you have any friends who aren't subscribed, or you want to subscribe and you're watching today's video, if you have enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because you know all your support is greatly appreciated here on the channel. Alright, looks like you're just going to set 3 here. Ethan chose to go second, that way you can try an OTK. We are going to see an extra right away, so he wants to get that card advantage. No searching here, just want to be able to get that draw. Alright, so he's going to banish 6 here. We'll see if it goes through. He is going to allow the draw 2 to go through, so he either doesn't have an Ash or he just lets it go through, one of the two. So let's see if those draws can help him get through these 3 back row. Alright, so we're going to see an activation of the 1-for-1 here, discarding the Tundra, I believe that is. Special summon the Degatron. Degatron's effect is going to be activated for Dome 1. So you take a look at the back rows here. We're going to see an Imperm hitting it to negate the effect of the Degatron, stopping it in its tracks. Now I do see a Chalice. I think it's a Chalice in Ethan's hand, so that can come into effect later on in the duel, but nothing right now, because Ben doesn't even have any monsters on the field. So we're going to see a banish of the Etendole, what you're going to call it. Tondel, I guess you would call it. And the Deviani, especially on a Sight Smith from hand. So that could be some damage if he decides to swing into it. Or swing with it, I should say. We're just gonna see it go straight to the grave though with that Degatron. Maybe. Count them in levels, I guess. A synchro into the Omega. Alright, we're gonna see an attack of the Omega directly. That's gonna be 2,800 damage, bringing Ben down to 5,200 life points. And Twin Twister hit both of his sets, so that's pretty good. And you're just going to set 1 monster, so that is not good for Ben whatsoever. Doesn't look like he has anything going. Ooh, so we're going to see the banish of the evenly matched. And I think that was the only card in Ben's hand that just allows Ethan to have some knowledge of what's going on in his hand. He knows he has to evenly match now, so he has to watch out for that. He'll be playing around that next turn for sure. I'm guessing he's just gonna banish with it, or banish it again with the Omega. So we're gonna see a banish here for the Seismus. We're gonna attack in with that over the face down, which is just an effect failure, and then Omega's gonna hit another 28 here for bringing him down to 24. It looks like end of the battle phase. He has a second evenly matched though. It's gonna hit, causing him to choose to banish either the Seismus or the Omega. Looks like he's gonna choose the Omega. Now that is banished, sir, not actually in the grave. Oh, he's just gonna tribute it. Okay. Okay, that would make more sense. I don't want to lose that. Okay, so Omega's effect in the standby phase is gonna send that Deviati back. You're gonna see a normal summon of the Xiamen. He'll pay 600 here to add one of his punk monsters to his hand, unless he's adding the Foxy Tune. So he's got the evenly match and the Foxy Tune. So we're gonna see the roll of a dice here to choose between the Foxy Tune and the evenly match get banished. So we gotta hope that he banishes the evenly match. And he does hit that Foxy Tune, which is unfortunate. That kind of shuts down all the plays. He does have that evenly match though, but I don't think it's gonna come into effect. Bear's gonna see the attack of the 600 here. Might as well get a little bit of damage in. Why not? Set that one card face down that nobody actually knows what it is, and pass turn. Standby phase Omega's gonna come back. He'll get his Foxy Tune back, which he can't even use now because it's not his turn. Oof, and there it is, the attack per game. Didn't even have to worry about that evenly match because he could just finish it off before it was the end of the battle phase. So let's go ahead, we'll get sided up here. It is now 1-1, we're going game 3, folks. Here we go. Let's get sided up, we'll jump right into game 3. Alright, looks like we are finally ready to jump into game 3 here. And as you can see, there are only 7 minutes on the clock, so we're going to see if that comes into any effect with all these punk monsters having to pay 600 life points. Looks like Ben's going to choose to go first here. Let's see what we start off with. We're going to see an activation of the E-Telly. So E-Telly will special summon 1 from the deck. Special summoning the Xiamen. Xiamen's effect, paying that 600 to add 1 to his hand. So adding that Foxy Tune will allow him to discard it as well as another monster or another card. So he's going to discard the Twin Twisters. Now we know that that Twin Twister is going to be set face down this game. Especially summon that Deer Note. Now we are watching that clock though. Gotta watch that clock. He's going to synchro into the Chaos Roller here. Chaos Roller mill. Deer Note special summon the Foxy Tune back. So we're going to mill 5. Oh, so the only one he can choose from all that is the Sandgan. So we're going to have to see, he's already normal summon this turn, so he's not going to be able to really get much off that Sandgan. So we'll have to see what happens here. You're going to have to put up at least 1 negate. At least 1. Alright, so he's going into Hulk here, special summoning a tuner. Into the Jet Synchron.
Nice.
We'll link that away here into the Almirage. Can't do that though because the Almirage, it has to be normal summoned. So we'll go into the Anima instead.
That works a little better.
Just to get that Jet into the grave. Jet's effect, we'll special summon it back by discarding that Sandgan.
Sends Field to grave.
He won't get the effect of that Sandgan, unfortunately, I don't believe, but he will be able to do some more stuff here. We're taking it down here, close to 4 minutes left in the game. So we're going to see if whatever Ben lands on or ends on if Ethan can push through it in time. You can do a Link 4 here into an Appaloosa if you wanted to. Just kind of depends on what he wants to do. The deck to play isn't going to be too good here, especially going into close into time. So I'm guessing that is not going to be the route that he plays here. He's going to banish a Light and Dark here, just to special summon the Chaos Ruler though. Chaos Ruler and the Jet will both be banished when they're synchroed off into the hot red Dragon Archfiend. He'll set 2 face down and pass. I'm guessing one of those is at least an Imperm. We're gonna have to see though. Standby phase though, he's activating the anti-spell. That's gonna affect him. I see 2 spells in his hand right now. So that would stop him from doing any kind of Void Imagination or Void, any of the Void spells. We are just gonna see an activation of the. Ooh, so he's gonna hit. I'm gonna discard 2 off the droplets here. 2 monsters. Hitting, I'm guessing, the Hulk and the Hot Red. So you can't activate either of their effects now. So attributing to special here. See 1 face down. Okay, so he's gonna be banishing the special summon the Harmadic. Harmadic's effect will activate to pop the Hot Red, get that out of there. So no more effect negation next turn. So I do still see that spell in hand that you can't use just yet because of that anti-spell. He's just going to go into battle phase here. Attack right over that Anima for 16 it looks like. Setting his 1 and passing there. I'm guessing that's a spell that we can use it next turn. It is sitting in that anti-spell slot though, so it could always be an Imperm as well. He is just going to do a Twin Twister here, discarding the Ash to hit that Void Feast. So it wasn't Imperm, it was a Void Feast. Alright, so we're going to see a normal summon of the Sangan, and that can easily just link off right into the Almirage. Sangan's effect will activate, adding the Abora? And there's literally a minute and a half left in the game, minute and 40 seconds. He's only done 16 so far, so I think this could be it right here. We're going to have to take a look and see. Let's see what he's going to be going into here. I'm guessing he can just go, what, he got 2, 3, 4? He's got 4 now, so he can easily just go right into the access code. It would only be a link, it would only gain 2,000 though instead of the 3. We're going to see a link 3 here, looks like. Yep, link 3 into the Unicorn plus the Arborea into the access code. Now, access code is in the wrong slot, I understand that. He's gonna banish to pop. I know that it's in the wrong spot. You can go ahead and call him out for that. I don't think it's gonna matter though with only 30 seconds left in the game. I think that you're just gonna banish or cause the Harmadic to pop itself. There's a tribute of it. He's gonna banish 1 in the graveyard. Looks like he's just gonna hit the Xiaomen. And with literally 10 seconds left in the game, he's just gonna go gain that 3,000 and attack into him for 53. And unfortunately, I think that's where it's gonna end. So, yep, there is the end of the game right there, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's live duel. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell on the way to the door, because always greatly appreciated. But we'll see you guys next time. As always, this is Nathan from Academy signing in for now. Peace out.